Dan Willis here, and we're talking about Constar Financial Services and specifically how to negotiate a settlement agreement and potentially pay Constar Financial Collections, and so it will help and improve your credit score. Now, you only want to enter into negotiations directly with Constar Financial Services after you've had your account validated and you've investigated that statute of limitations legal time window. We discussed that here in an earlier video. If you happen to miss it, we'll include a link in the description below. Now, if your account is validated and it is within the statute of limitations legal time window, our next step is to negotiate a settlement agreement directly with Constar Financial Services. And there's two parts to your agreement, and it's wise to get this in writing. First, we need to negotiate to settle for just a fraction of the total balance. Depending on a few factors, including the age of the debt, you can anticipate being able to settle for as little as 20% up to about 40% of your total balance. For example, if you have a debt of $2,000, you may be able to negotiate and settle for just 30% or $600. This is standard operating practice, and virtually every debt collector will be thrilled to accept a settlement for less. Now, the second part of your agreement, we need to get Constar Financial to agree that in exchange for your payment, they'll stop reporting your account information to all three credit bureaus. If we overlook this part of our settlement agreement, once we make payment, the only thing that's going to change is the status of the collection on our credit report. It'll be changed from an unpaid collection to a paid collection. This is still a negative credit report item, and it'll likely lower your credit score potentially by as much as 100 points. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now let's talk about what's called a pay for delete. Have you heard of this approach to negotiating with debt collectors called a pay for delete? It sounds wonderful, and it's where you demand the debt collector first delete the negative item from your credit reports, and then you'll submit payment. You're welcome to try this. However, please don't hold your breath. Unfortunately, it's not based in reality. In our decade-plus years of experience, we've yet to hear of one individual or one company ever making this agreement. Instead, it's much more pragmatic to get Constar Financial to agree to stop reporting your account information to the three credit bureaus in exchange for your payment. This is an agreement they will make, even if reluctantly. Now let's talk about how to get collections off of your credit report. And to do this, we'll need to exercise more of your consumer rights, this time those granted by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. This piece of federal legislation is what enables you to dispute and challenge any item on your credit report so long as you believe it's inaccurate, incorrect, or made in error. And yes, we're going to dispute the Constar Financial Services collection mark. There's three ways to file your credit report dispute: online, over the phone, and by old-fashioned snail mail. Once the credit bureaus get your dispute and deem it valid, only on valid disputes are they required to investigate, which is another conversation for another time and place, so we're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Now, once the credit bureaus get your dispute and deem it valid, they're required to investigate. They'll call it a reinvestigation, nevertheless, during which they'll contact Constar Financial and request they verify the collection account. As per your settlement agreement, Constar Financial is not going to verify your account when the credit bureaus investigate. This is the second part of your settlement agreement. As a result, and in compliance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the credit bureaus must remove this collection item from your credit report. You see, every item on your credit reports is required to be verifiable. This is how to remove bad credit legally and by exercising your rights as a consumer. You see, every one of these alphabet soup laws have been passed to protect you, the consumer. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. On a sidebar, there have been amendments made to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. One of the most recent enable you to dispute a data furnisher directly, thus bypassing the credit bureaus. And for clarity, if this Constar Financial Services collection item is on all 3 of your credit reports, you'll need to file 3 separate credit report disputes, 1 dispute per bureau. Now let's wrap this all together here. Listen, it's not easy dealing with debt collectors. They don't have your best interest in mind. Moreover, you're not locked into a bad credit prison for 7 long, expensive, and embarrassing years. If you truly examine the Fair Credit Reporting Act, it says the maximum amount of time most negative items can remain on your credit report is 7 years. Did you catch that? 7 years is the maximum. In other words, there is no minimum. And let us repeat, there is no minimum amount of time any negative item must remain on your credit report. When all is said and done, your credit score is a lot like your grade point average, GPA, in glory school days bygone. It doesn't matter if you're acing all your classes, if you're failing gym class, that 1 negative mark is going to tank your overall GPA. This too is true of your credit score, and this is why it's of such paramount importance to clean up credit report dings, blemishes, and remove any errors. The good news is in 2017 alone, over 10 million negative items were removed from consumers' credit reports. We encourage our members to consider professional, reputable, and legitimate credit repair companies to help. One of the best is the Lexington Law Firm. They've helped their clients successfully remove collections, late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, repossessions, student loans, and many more negative credit report items. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis, or include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.